Since 2011, the Big House has grown to become not just one of the Midwest's cornerstone esports events, but also probably the most decorated annual tournament series in all of Smash. Living up to this prestigious mantle, the Big House 11 drew in a staggering and hilariously coincidental 1,011 entrants, which included every single member of the SSBM ranked Summer 2023 Top 10. That marked the first time the Top 10 had attended the same competition since Genesis 9, easily elevating the Great Lakes State-based Super Major to amongst the biggest events of the year. Boy, that was a mouthful. And much like in the same vein as Genesis, the Big House 11 featured a plethora of jaw-dropping upsets, as well as arguably the most unique Top 8 we've seen in 2023. With qualities such as these, it is by no means a stretch to call the Big House 11 the absolute perfect capstone tournament for yet another exciting and highlight year in Melee history. I'm turndownforALT, and here are the top 5 performances from the Big House 11 in this week's JV5.
He's got it, a little trick shot from Josh, man, right there.
They forgot the first commandment, thou shalt not sleep on the kid.
Oh my goodness.
From 2016 to 2018, Zasa made a name for herself in the North Carolina Melee scene as one of the best players around, reaching as high as 3rd on the Spring 2017 state power rankings, only below the then top 100 ranked Money Mike and Sharks. However, over the next 4 years, Zasa decided to take an extended hiatus from competing. But with the loving support from her friends in North Carolina, alongside discovering new available online resources like Slippy and Uncle Punch, Zasa would make her return in March of 2022. And it didn't take long for the Tar Heel State's premier Jigglypuff to reassert her place in the state's upper echelon, as she swiftly established herself as the best in North Carolina within 2 months of returning, a spot she still holds at the time of this writing. After a near flawless crusade through round 1 pools, which only saw her drop just a single game, Zasa's winner's bracket journey at the Big House 11 was woefully cut short by one of the top Fox mains on the East Coast, Chem, with a devastating 3-1 defeat. The setback against Chem wouldn't be the defining moment of her weekend though, as Zasa proceeded to embark on a lengthy loser's bracket run which saw her steamroll strong competition like J-Cubes, Zaza, Koopa Troopa 895, Spark, and SGJ before losing to Crudo for a phenomenal 25th place. Other than almost dropping a Game 5 set to the Canadian Captain Falcon practitioner Mateo, Polish found themselves advancing into top 64 winner side without too much trouble. That wasn't until their very first set of top 64 though, when they had the unfortunate fate of having to go up against another of Melee's elite Falcon mains, Wizrobe, who soundly handed the Pittsburgh Peach a near one-sided 3-1 thrashing. Not shaken by the loss, however, the current 20th best player in the world went on to rattle off an impressive 3-set win streak, defeating some of the foremost players in the world like Sunsei, Ashik Sporting Fiction, and Zuppy until a 3-1 trouncing at the hands of Cody Schwab saw their run at the Big House 11 come to an end at 13th place. Throughout Melee's competitive history, there have been more than a few examples of high-tier players who have switched characters and ended up finding great success after doing so. Some examples can include Shroom switching to Sheik from Dr. Mario, Fiction switching from Fox to Falco, and even the GOAT himself Mango dropping Jigglypuff for Fox and Falco. However, in all these cases, it involves said players swapping to other characters who are currently listed in the S and A tier categories on the most recent tier list. And that's what makes Junebug's jump from Sheik to Donkey Kong for the sake of a YouTube video one of the more baffling character switches in recent memory. Except, oddly enough, instead of his results taking a significant dip in quality, they've actually quickly begun to surpass those attained by him and his Sheik. To give a better idea about how truly bizarre and amazing Junebug's sudden decision to take up the iconic ape really is, let me give you a brief rundown of how he performed in 2023. From January to July, the newly minted leader of the DK crew placed within the top 33 at majors such as Collision 2023 and Super Smash Con, and he had managed to compile a laundry list of wins over top tier floaties in JJM, Crike, Dawson, Malachi, and Polish. These accolades allowed Junebug to qualify for the summer rankings where he ultimately placed 45th, making history as the first Donkey Kong player ever to make it into the game's top 50. Not too shabby for your first 7 months of picking up an entirely new character. Catch me making top 100 next year with Mario. Trust me, it'll definitely happen, because I'm gonna have Junebug coach me. But nonetheless, improving on his magnificent year even further, Junebug made it all the way to winner side top 64 with a crazy Game 5 upset over preeminent Falco user Magi. He'd even make it further into bracket with a dominant 3-0 win over Samiris, but he would finally be sent to losers after a close 3-2 loss to None, though he still qualified for top 24 loser side despite the loss. Headbutting his way past another of Melee's elite Falcos in Ginger 3-1, Junebug then came toe-to-toe with the king of New York Melee, Aklo, who sadly ended the Virginia native's time in Detroit with a resounding 3-0 loss. The defeat came with a couple positive consequences for Junebug though, with him netting an awesome 13th place finish as well as proving once and for all that the Donkey Kong Renaissance is in full swing.
It's last stop.
It's
Game 5. stop. Fish.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Got the punch all wound up.
Magi keeping it going right
great.
now. DJ Spencer, he's got the jab reset. No way. Fish.
Is it happening? Is it happening? Oh, he misses the forehead. Jumbo gets it.
You gotta be kidding me. Jumbo shuts it down. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well.
He's finally back.
To teach Magi, you're not reverse 3-0ing today. Oh my God.
Barely a month removed from his first place finish at Riptide 2023, Oregon's own Plup logged the most noteworthy winners bracket run of his entire 2023 campaign at the Big House 11. Cruising his way into winner semis with stellar victories over notable players in Azel, Inky, Zuppy, and KJH, Plup had earned his first top 8 appearance at a super major level event this year since placing 4th at Genesis 9 back in January. Starting off his time in the championship bracket by decimating AMSA with a quick 3-0 win in winner semis, one of the greatest Sheik mains of all time had to do battle with his longtime spacey nemesis, Mango, in winners finals. This makes it the first time these two had met up in a winners final set since Lost Tech City 2022 more than a year ago, where Mango won after a close 3-2 set. However, unlike their previous meeting last year, it was Plup who got his revenge by slapping Mango out of the winner's bracket with a splendid 3-1 triumph, earning himself a spot in grand finals in the process, his first since the Big House 8 back in 2018.
So huge, Mango with great smash DI.
Just get it. Giant knockdown right here from
He's in the Sheik zone.
94 on this bird. He's off stage at 108.
He might be dead right here. That's it! Plup has won the winner's bracket of the Big House 11. He still has what's probably going to be an intense set to close out the tournament. Wouldn't that be crazy to have Plup be I don't think he's ever won a Big House.
I don't think he's won a Big House.
Before we unveil our top moment from the Big House 11, here are some honorable mentions which deserve their own recognition. Balloon Day for placing 33rd with wins over Umarth, Vu, and 100 Grand. Faust for beating Jmuth 3-0. KJH for placing 9th with wins over Crudo, Kadoran, and Faust.
Gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Wow, and KJH making it back again. Ooh!
Oh my goodness.
Again, 75% Faust getting up. That's a 3-1, Brandon.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh. Almost had it. Went the wrong way.
Ooh, yo,
Kalindi playing
Kalindi's
good.
so aware of his landings.
Oh, he's playing so good. This is a sick set.
Mango's Star-Spangled combo on Moki.
Who's taking it? Who gets the first opening?
Oh, shine on shield. Mango just rolling back.
Okay, drilled it.
Mango rolling back this time, and he gets the shot.
Big opening. Oh, goes right at. Oh, he keeps going. It doesn't end. Shine on me. And Mango takes it. One shine opening is all it takes for the kids.
Mango Plup winners finals. Moki taking him to the limit, but still, Mango, a 0 to death on the last stop.
The entire Big House team for 10 marvelous years of Melee. Here's to another decade. Throughout 2023, the race for the top of the Melee hierarchy has been hotly contested between the current number 1 and number 2 ranked players on planet Earth, Zane and Cody Schwab. With Zane leading the total number of major wins this year with 4 and Cody nipping at his boots with 3, this meant that the Big House 11 would likely be the deciding tournament for either of these two to be called the greatest in the world. However, a sudden and unexpected 3-1 upset defeat to Michigan's Apex Samus main Morse Code 762 in top 64 nearly threatened to completely dash all of Cody's hopes of becoming the game's number 1 player. Landing in losers round 1 and with a large contingent of top tier competition standing in front of him in his dream, it appeared as though the Big House 11 was going to end up as a massively unfortunate ending to a year which almost saw Cody take his place at the head of the pack. Not willing to give up on this dream without a fight though, Cody dug deep and managed to come up with one of the greatest losers runs Melee has ever seen, which saw him blaze his way into loser side top 8 with wins over Chango, The Real Thing, Faust, Polish, and None. This soon-to-be legendary losers run didn't slow down in top 8 either, with Cody amassing a string of statement wins over 5 of the SSBM Ranks 2022 top 10 in Hungrybox, AMSA, Zane, Mango, and Plup in 2 sets of grand finals to take the entire tournament, solidifying his case for one of the best losers runs in Melee history and nabbing the title of best player in the world in the process.
Get sharked. But he's got a full stack of needles. Got a whole new stack. Shine.
Needles get baited out.
Down tilt. Oh, he's getting
Oh,
popped.
this is damage. 80-0 right now. The Shines get back. What's it gonna be? Wave shot, up smash, 150. You can't lift that.
Cody Schwab. Can you just say the name one more time for me, Cole? Tell me what just happened in the last 2 days after Cody was sent to losers by
Morse code.
It's like the round of 128 or
That's
something
right.
like that.
And defeating Faust. I gotta press back on my browser button right now. Hang on a minute, the thing is loading. You literally have to dive me into so many pages you can read it. Faust, Polish Nun. And then I'm loading the next page because that's how this works. And I don't want to misspeak here. Hungry Box, AMSA, Zane, Mango, and Plup twice. So, I mean, you can do another finger if you want. 9 sets against all of the best players in the world,
just
basically.
the losers bracket.
In just the losers bracket.
Hey, thanks for watching the JV5. Thank you to our top tier patrons and YouTube members, Avishua Stein, Bobby Wasabi, Eric is Cool, Juniper, NNG Esports, Storm, and Tingly Jungle for supporting the channel. You should check out some of the best moments from the off-season too if you click over here. Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high.